Ladies and gentlemen, the info for the next Arknights standard banner is finally here. After Archetto and Blemishine, it's time for Jean Arknights and Elite Operator Blaze. Will this banner be a good option to pull? Let's find out. First, let's see the 6-star, starting with Jane Willow, codename Saileach. Saileach is a standard bearer vanguard, meaning she specializes in generating DP for your team. She comes with the talent that increase the allied unit attack speed and decrease the enemy attack speed if they are around her banner. While her second talent will make the unit that is deployed after her have their DP reduced by -2. As for skills, her first skill is a basic DP generation skill similar to Elysium. It's her best DP printing skill, but better use her other skills that can provide DP and also other utility. Like her skill 2, which makes her print DP and throw her banner to the unit with the lowest HP within the skill range, giving that unit an extra defense and big regeneration healing. And then her skill 3, which is pretty much her most used skill. It gains DP immediately, throws her banner to the enemy, dealing AoE critical damage and stunning the enemies for some time. And then those within the 8 surrounding tiles of the banner will receive slow and fragile effect for a few seconds. Saileach is a great vanguard, but like many other vanguard, being a 6-star she has a bigger DP, and it's undoubtedly a problem. So having her deploy cost reduction potential improvement is quite important. Now for the Rhodes Island Elite Operator and the Shop Operator, we have Blaze. Blaze is a Centurion guard that attack multiple enemies equal to her block count. Blaze has a talent that when her HP falls below 25%, she will restore 50% HP and prevents her HP from falling below 50% for some time. And more or less because Blaze was released during chapter 6. Her second talent will give her permanent status resistance after she stays in the field for a few seconds. As for skills, Blaze's most famous skill is her skill 2. It's an AFK unlimited duration skill that extends her range, increases her attack and defense, making Blaze an ultimate wave clearing unit. As for skill 3, it's a burst skill that allows her to attack all enemies in range and then deal high AoE physical damage once the skill duration ends. But beware, as she will lose some HP too. Now for the 5 stars, the Shop Operator is Aosta, and currently his skin is available to purchase. Aosta is a spreadshitter that can inflict a bleeding effect to unblocked targets, which causes them to take arts damage. And he also can bind the enemies with his skill 2. But while it seems nice, Aosta is pretty mediocre for me, and the 4-star Pinecone is often a better constant damage dealer. It's sad that they have to increase his already long attack interval on his skill 2, making him only deliver a few hits in this not so long duration skill. For the other 5-star there's the best boy Elysium. Elysium is also a standard bearer like Saileach. He is the sniper's best friend. He can reduce all sniper DP cost by -2, increase sniper's attack speed when his skill is active, and his skill 2 can reduce enemy movement and defense, which suits most snipers' abilities and other operators that deal physical damage. And if you think Myrtle's DP generation is not enough, bring him along to double the DP gain. Last one we have is Iris. Iris is a mystic caster that, thanks to her talent, her charged attack will deal critical damage, and she can put 2 enemies to sleep with her skill 2. And once the sleep duration ends, those enemies will explode, dealing arts damage. Not a very reliable option in most strat, but she is a good addition to the Sleep Knight team. So, should you pull this banner? Probably no. And the biggest reason is that we are very close to the Arknights anniversary event, which will certainly have Garviel Alter limited banner. And for this banner, although the 6 stars are great, but the 5-star, it's only Elysium that I will recommend to get. And also, while Saileach is a great vanguard with useful utilities, but I believe most players can do just fine without her. Besides, if only for DP printing, Myrtle or Elysium is pretty much enough. Blaze is also a great unit that deals constant DPS. But if you are aiming to go all out and get Garville Altar, just so happens she's also a great Centurion Guard. That is better at nuking enemies than Blaze did. That should be all. Adios.